Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. So I'm back again in the park after some time now. It's been like nearly 2 months. So much has been happening. So much has been occurring here in the park and nationally and internationally as well. But today I would like to address an individual in relation to some online issues that has happened. So this individual comes to the park and decided to address some Muslims, and take a side on a ongoing dispute. So initially he wanted to reconcile, but it failed. So he ended up taking a side, making videos about certain Muslim brothers and being reckless with his language, reckless with his talk, using foul language. So then it came to mentioning us indirectly, myself and some brothers, which without a doubt, I'm going to come and respond. So this person is making a video about us saying how we are, all of a sudden, we are techfeeding machine and all that nonsense. So techfeeding, on what grounds? Why? So what made you come out and say that? What made you arrive at that conclusion? You never had this before. Why have you decided to come out and say this? Yeah, and this goes back to an online dispute with some brothers back some few months ago. Yeah, with regards to a specific individual, specific ruler. But nevertheless, what's wrong with making takfir on the Tawheed, as the scholars have said, as the scholars has mentioned in their books? Isn't it not one of the ways of rejecting the Taghut is to make takfir on the Taghut? And that the scholars of Ahl Sunnah today, they have identified who is a Taghut. And they have classed the leaders that govern the majority of the Muslim world as Tawaghit. And specific ones that you are promoting and praising, such as Erdogan. What's wrong if some brothers hold this viewpoint that Erdogan is a Taghut? Yeah, knowing that he doesn't rule by what Allah has revealed in his land, and he has the blood of Muslims of Sham on him, because under his watch Muslims in Sham have been killed, and he joined the coalition, made tawalli with the international coalition against Muslims in that region. So we stand by this. I stand by that. I believe that Erdogan is a Taghut. If you don't believe that, that's fair dues. It's up to you. But now you want to call us takfiri machine, that we make takfir and that. We only make takfir on whom Allah and His Messenger make takfir. And Ibn Taymiyyah made it clear, and he mentions it in his book Minhaj as-Sunnah Nabawiyya, that a takfir is hukm shari'i, which renders someone's wealth permissible to take, his blood permissible to shed, and sentencing one with abiding in the fire. Thus it is taken how the rest of the shari'i rulings are taken. And he, rahimahullah, said, indeed kufr and fisk are shari'i rulings. They are not like those matters which are established by the aql. The kafir is whoever Allah and His Messenger said is a kafir. And the fasiq is whoever Allah and His Messenger said is a fasiq. Just as the believer and the Muslim is whoever Allah and His Messenger said is a believer and a Muslim. Until He said, so this issue, all of it is established by Shara. And He also said, Iman and Kufr are from those rulings which are established by the message. And it is by Shari evidences that distinguish between the believer and the kafir, not the intellectual proofs. So this is what Ibn Taymiyyah said. So he wants to criticize us and slander us, and make peace. I mean, claim to make peace, claim to be rectifying Muslims. You want to say that you want to fix the Muslim home, but you're not fixing Muslim home by your language, by your behavior, the way you behave. Yeah, you have the most foulest language. You as an elder come into the park, yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I've left your companionship, because you're wrong. You won't even confess and admit that you're wrong. Use the most filthiest language, swearing. How can you be a Muslim giving da'wah and you're swearing? This is unacceptable. And I've advised you in private, but you don't take heed, you don't listen. Many other brothers have advised you, you don't listen, innit? And now you want to come to the park and make indirect to us, myself and the brothers, saying that we are a techfeeding machine, we make takfir on. Yeah, what's wrong with making takfir on the taghut? It's one of the ways of rejecting the taghut, as mentioned by the scholars. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with making takfir on that which Allah and His Messenger made takfir on? As Ibn Taymiyyah said, and the scholars. So if the scholars have made takfir on the rulers today, the scholars of Ahl Sunnah, what's wrong with that? Yes, we consider Erdogan as a taghut. The same way we consider Boris Johnson as a taghut, and Biden as a taghut, and Macron as a taghut, and MBS as a taghut. Funny thing is, you've been criticizing MBS, but then you want to come out and say actually Erdogan and others are okay, there's some benefit with them, such and etc. etc. All of this nonsense. This we don't accept this. I don't accept this anyway. And before you want to start correcting us, how about you check yourself? How about you retract what you said that is permissible to insult mothers, and you want to use the Quran and Hadith to support that? How on earth are you doing that? How dare you do that? What zandaqah is this? Who preceded you in this? Which scholar said this, that it's permissible to insult mothers? And you want to quote the ayah in Surah Maryam verse 28, where Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أخت هارون ما كان أبوك امرأ سوء وما كانت أمك بغية. Yeah, the translation is, O sister of Harun, your father was not a man of evil, nor was your mother unchaste. How does that support your claim? The people saw Maryam alayhi salam with a baby. They were shocked. Their reaction was what Allah has mentioned in the Quran in Surah Maryam. If you read from Surah Maryam, I think 20 and onwards, or verses 25 and onwards, then you see how they were shocked. And this was their reaction. Does not give and support the notion that you're allowed to insult mothers. And then you want to quote a hadith by the Prophet ﷺ in Bukhari, Muslim, Tirmidhi, كل مولود يولد على الفطرة. Every child is born on the natural disposition to worship Almighty Allah. And it is parents that make him a Jew or Christian or Major. So how does this support this? The fitrah is what? To worship Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and acknowledge His tawheed. This is not an evidence to insult mothers. So you want to correct that and come out publicly about that. Yeah? You want to come out, you need to come out and publicly correct how I pulled you up about a video of yourself, of Mr. Rax, about you saying that you love democracy, democratic values, and Christian values, which was mind-blowing. Like, come on, man. Why are you saying these things and causing confusion? You know? And then you recently went to Ali Dawah, yeah? And then Ali Dawah saying he freed himself from Abdul Hakim. And then you said you freed yourself 100 times or more. Like, I didn't know you freed yourself from Abdul Hakim. Since when did you free yourself from Abdul Hakim? I never knew this. So you're pretending. So I consider you, yeah, may Allah guide you to Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. But for me, you're sellout, man. You sold out. You've changed, you know. We're not on the same aqidah. We're not on the same morals. Yeah, I don't use foul and swear words like you do, shamelessly, without no shame. And you need to get your acts together, man. Because this is why I disassociate myself from your likes. This is not acceptable. I never learned Islam like this. Yeah, the person who I'm talking about knows who I'm talking about because he addressed us. Yeah, you know that you called us techfeeding machine, that we make techfeed, me and some revert brothers. We know that. This is unacceptable. You know? But anyway, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant victory to Islam and Muslims. You know? May Allah help our brothers everywhere. And victory is going to be for our deen. You know? And let me just bring out the flag of Tawheed, because many people forget that this flag is what is going to be the way forward for this ummah everywhere, globally. Because we see so many banners in the park, but no one's bringing out this flag, the flag of Tawheed. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Victory is going to be for Islam and the Muslims.